Good day to everyone, and in this video we will see the line to ground fault. Okay, see, I'm not going in the derivation of these faults, but I'm just telling in these videos what you need to remember. Okay, and it's not necessary that you remember the derivations, but you should know what is exactly happening and how to solve questions. Okay, so that is our main goal. Okay, so again we will draw the basic circuit diagram, see what is happening. Okay, so this is your alternator. Okay, so let us say in this fashion. Okay, now L to LG fault means that, let us say this is your R, Y, this is your B phase. Okay, so it means the fault means that your two lines are faulted, and those two lines are faulted, that this is IF, and since it is a ground, okay, so it will depend that your grounding is without reactance or with reactance. So in that way you will see the questions. Okay, so what is happening here is, see what happens. Let us say your R and Y. Okay, so just to be consistent with my notes, I will take like your R and Y are shorted with the ground. Okay, so this is your fault current. Okay, so now what happens? Your Vy and Vb will become 0. So that is one thing. Okay, your IF will be equal to IY plus IB. Okay, IF is equal to IY plus IB. Okay, and your IR will be equal to IF, and your IR will be equal to 0. Okay, and your VR won't be equal to 0. So these are the things that we could conclude. Okay, so here the equation that you need to remember is that your VR naught is equal to VR1 is equal to VR2 is equal to VR by 3. Okay, and your IF is equal to 3IR naught. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, now if you draw the equivalent circuit of such fault, the equivalent circuit will be drawn in this fashion. Okay, so first always remember what you have to do. First you draw all these three sequence. So first you draw all these three sequence circuits. This is VR1. Okay, then you draw the other. Okay, so then you draw this is your positive sequence, then you draw your negative sequence circuit. X2 equivalent. Okay, see, if you remember the circuit diagrams now, you can easily remember the equations. Okay, so IR2 is this thing and this is your VR2. Okay, this thing. Okay, yes, now you draw your zero sequence. Why you have to draw zero sequence? See, zero sequence circuits comes into play whenever there is a ground fault, that is it is your fault containing the ground. Okay, so here what will be your circuit? Again, I have told you in the LG fault also that this will be your Xg0, and if your grounding is with reactance, then it is 3Xn. Okay, and if there is no reactance, it is shorted, then you will put Xn equal to 0. Okay, and if it is without any grounding, that is your infinite resistance, so you will put this Xn as infinite, so this will be open circuit. So that is how you need to follow. So this is your VR0. So you have got these three circuits. Now look at me carefully how I am joining these. So these two negative and the zero sequence circuit are connected in parallel. Okay, and then this whole circuit is connected to the positive sequence circuit. So this is the figure. Okay, and this is your IR0. Okay, so now your fault is IF is equal to 3 IR0. So you have to find out your IR0. Okay, so you can easily find out IR0 by using the current division rule. See, IR1 is entering these two branches, so you can easily use the current division rule, and always remember the directions as I have used in the circuit diagram. Okay, so on applying the current division rule, what you will get is, so this is your circuit. On applying the current division rule, your IR2 will come out to be, see, you don't need to remember, you can easily solve this using the circuit diagram. It will come out to be minus X0 equivalent. I hope you know this X0 equivalent is, or I will write here, X0 equivalent is your Xg0 plus 3Xn. Okay, so you put the value of Xn according to the grounding that is considered in the question. So minus X0 equivalent divided by your X0 plus X2 equivalent into what? Your IR1. Okay, and negative current because I have assumed these directions. Okay, so that is why your IR2 will come out to be negative. Similarly, you can using the current division rule, you can find out IR0, and your IR0 will be given by minus X2 equivalent divided by X0 equivalent plus X2 equivalent into IR1. Okay, so these are the two equations that you can get, and then your fault is 3 times IR naught. Okay, and similarly you can find out your IR1. Okay, so IR1 will be the sum of these two currents. So on adding these, or you can easily derive from the circuit. See, you have to, these two reactances are in parallel, and then X1 equivalent is in series with these two. So you can easily derive this formula. So the main important thing, if you could guess, is that you remember this circuit diagram, and then everything will be fine and nice with you. Okay, so that is the only trick in the fault analysis. You have to remember the circuit diagram, and then you can easily derive the formulas if you wish to, and or else you can learn the formulas, but circuit diagram are essential. Okay, so X2 equivalent into X0 equivalent divided by X2 equivalent plus X0 equivalent. So this is the parallel combination of these two. Okay, and then it is added in series. So IR1 can be calculated using this thing. Okay, so in the LLG fault, if they ask you a negative sequence current or positive sequence current, then you have to use these formulas. And if they ask the fault current, then you can easily do the IF is equal to 3 IR0. IR0 you have already calculated. Okay, so that is how you need to solve the questions regarding the LLG fault. Okay, so this will help you to solve almost every question, and this understanding is enough. Okay, so thank you, and if you have some doubts, you can ask in our doubt section. If you are not getting the derivation, if you wish to do the derivation from the standard books. Okay, so that is the whole idea. Okay, thank you. Please like, share, subscribe Electrical Diaries, and visit our channel for more. Okay, thanks a lot.